And we are live. Send out that notification. We're good to go. Ads out of the way. Hey, Wormburden. Good to see you. We're going to turn that music down just a tick. Although it does rule. Great Ace Attorney. E to about 70%. That sounds good. Hey, C8. Dude, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. 10 months. Happy to have you. Let's not start from that just yet. We're going to wait for some people to filter in first. Whew. How are y'all doing today, folks? It's going to be a short one, probably. I'm going to say, best estimate, 2 to 3 hours. Meeple people, Pub, Arrow, welcome, welcome. Excited for more Great Ace Attorney? I know I am. I'm really looking forward to it. I had something planned. Double barreling Great Ace Attorney streams? Are you watching someone else stream Great Ace Attorney right now? I demand you give at least one character young Dalinar voice. That voice's time will come, alright? Can't believe I missed yesterday's stream. Hopefully you caught up on the VOD. I'll make sure to get those uploaded ASAP if not. Yes, I am. Awesome. I'm sure that's going to be a sonically engaging experience. Channeling my jelly TTV style. I thank you for doing so. So... What? Oh! Okay, so I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag on this one. Another cat-based expression. Yes, jelly on a Tuesday afternoon, no less. Anyway, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag on this one a little bit. All right. I'm really sorry to. I'm bereaved to say this. Even. I did have something planned for after we finished the main case, because I was led to believe we only have about an hour of case 1 left, and that's not enough for a stream. So I had something else planned. I'm no longer going to be doing that, because friend of the channel, Errol, who is now the artist for my current profile picture on Discord, has let me know that each episode of The Great Ace Attorney has an escapade that's meant to be played immediately following it. That's just a little short, like, little in-between, almost like an Umineko Tea Party type deal. But maybe not so important in terms of content and context surrounding it. So we'll play that, and I don't know how long that's going to take. I assume, like, at least enough to get us somewhere between 2 to 3 hours, right? If not, maybe we will proceed with the backup plan to filibust and get us to at least 3 hours, which is what I would like to shoot for in today's stream. So, I'd just like to let everyone know that in the event that the escapade is long enough to get us to that threshold I'm looking for, we were going to play High Guard. I was gonna stream High Guard because it's free, and I downloaded it on my Xbox. So I was gonna remote play it. I was gonna see what all the hubbub and hootenanny was about. But everyone say thank you, Errol, assuming that we don't end up playing High Guard. What's that? I don't know. I'll be honest. Maybe a shooter. I think maybe it's an Apex Legends type deal. I think it's from the Apex Legends devs. Do you have a Behorst model so the chat can remind you to mount up and wrest control of the enemy keep or something like that? I don't, but we can always pull out Fishbed Chan. I don't mind getting in that cockpit every once in a while. Feels like home in there. Jeff Keighley's favorite game in 2026. Yep, the game he loved so much he convinced them to fuck up their marketing irreparably. If rumors are to be believed, it's meant to be. It was meant to be shadow dropped, but Jeff was just so excited that he made it the final reveal of the Game Awards instead. And then they went radio silent. Oh, man. So, we might still be playing it. It's possible. It's very possible we might still be playing it. But, I don't know. We'll have to see how things go. We'll see how long today's Chandle takes us. A stream bit which I am now dedicated to, considering I'm getting stronger. Alright? I'm getting much stronger with Chandle. I'm getting it sub 10 consistently. If we can get it to like sub 5 before it even lets me take hints, I think I'll be considered a Chan Master, personally. I will be given the rank of Chan Master. Outstanding in my field, like a scarecrow on a summer afternoon. But until then, did I remember to post the Go Live notification on Discord? I did. Okay, thank God. Woo! That was bad. That could have been slightly annoying. Anyway, I do believe we have some great Ace Attorney to get back to. Where we last left off, we were, I believe, in the tail end of Case 1, which is, very long for a first case in an Ace Attorney game. Maybe the longest in any of the games. Usually there's one break during the tutorial case, if any. Pretty substantial, I would say. The mystery itself is just okay. I'm not super engaged with what's going on in terms of the evidence and present. Well, you know, I say that, but I am engaged gameplay wise. I am trying to solve the mystery and see what's going on and look for clues. So it's doing its job. I don't know why I'm trying to be negative and critical. I'm having a great time. I'm having a really good time, and part of that good time is that I have my really fun courtroom model that I'm really proud of. That looks awesome and that I love dearly. What is it? I thought the point of Apex Legends is it's live service, so you don't need to straight up make a straight up competitor to your own game. It's not a competitor, it's just more game. Character and theme wise, it's very substantial, more than the average Case 1. Yeah, and we're also getting introduced to a lot more of our, what I assume to be main cast as well. Like I'm thinking back to the previous games, and we don't really get our like assistant character until usually Case 2. And I'm assuming that's I don't remember her name. Sasato, I believe? I think Sasato is like our sidekick type deal. Although, I don't know who the main... I mean, I assume Naruhodo is the main character. In that we are also going to become a lawyer. I don't know if Kazuma is going to die, or if, like... How can I've suddenly gotten the idea, like, maybe this will be, like, a split storyline where Naruhodo stays in Japan and is sort of battling in the legal system here in Japan and trying to improve the idea of justice on the home front, whereas there might be some episodes where you play as Kazuma instead, and you're in Great Britain. That sounds very fun, and they did do something similar to that in well, not similar. I'm mostly just thinking of Dual Destinies, where you have multiple lawyers that you're alternating between. You know, some chapters you're playing as Apollo, some chapters you're playing as Phoenix, some chapters you're playing as Athena. So I'm wondering if it may be the case that we have multiple characters to play as in this game. I think that would be interesting. I'd be interested to see if that's how it goes, because I know there's a lot of characters that I'm aware of, but we haven't seen yet. Also, hi, Errol. Good to see you. Thank you again, Errol, for potentially saving us from playing High Guard today by by introducing me to the concept of escapades. Thank you. You've done a great service, possibly. It all depends on how long I can stall for time. Always good to have a backup plan. Whew. Can't believe Irene's favorite character is Ouchie. Did I remember to run ads? I don't think I remembered to run ads. We're gonna do that real quick, and then I'll filibuster for 3 more minutes. I got an add-on joint. That just happens normally. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to this game. It's gonna be, just based on how long Case 1 has been, it's going to be a very, very long game. We are likely going to be running this throughout, like, a solid quarter of the year, if I have to guess. And I don't mind that one bit. My model's got some longevity to it. I just watched 2 ads a minute ago. Oh no. Usually what it does is it'll disable ads and it won't let me run them again. So I just need to keep better track of that. That's on me, probably. I need to make sure to do that whenever stream is just starting up, so we don't get a bunch of that ad bullshit. I just want ads to be, like, as unintrusive as possible. I try to run them during breaks so that, like, we get as few of them as we possibly can. But I'm really excited for more Great Ace Attorney, and there's a lot of really cool games that I have planned to play in between. General question that I'd like to pose to the court. Would you guys be interested in watching me play Code Vein 2? I know we have a lot on the docket already, obviously. But I'm 100% going to be playing Code Vein 2. I was a big, well, I won't say a big fan, but I greatly enjoyed Code Vein 2. Middling to good gameplay, S-tier character creator, which for me is massive points. Only if you only play the character creator. They do have a character creator demo that I downloaded just in case. My appreciation of Great Ace Attorney increased massively after reading the original Holmes canon. First 5 books in particular. Those early books take only 2 afternoons each to read, I'd say. Definitely worth it to appreciate how Great Ace is in conversation with Golden Age detective literature. Ooh. I'll have to keep that in mind. That could be fun. I'll definitely have to keep that in mind. I've been meaning to get back into reading, and I think my problem with reading is I want to dive into larger texts. Like the stuff that really interests me are like those bigger books that take a while to tear into, and that like there's a lot of stuff that you can really dive into and sink your teeth into. And another thing that I can say into, because apparently I like repeating that a lot. The problem is that the book that I decided to try to get back into reading with was fucking House of Leaves. So, you know, if you have any familiarity with the text, quite dense. Not exactly a brisk break room read, that book. I did enjoy what I read of it. It was too much for me to get through. I definitely want to go back and finish it sometime, because every time I picked up the book, I had a great time reading it, but it was very hard to muster up the energy to sit down and really dive into it. I had a great time with it, though. I've also just been, like, trying to pick away at a lot of games off-stream that are on my personal backlog that I've been meaning to play. I've definitely been trying to use my 3DS more, which is nice, because I got it all upgraded. I want to make sure that I'm getting use out of it. Granted, if there's one device in my home that I've gotten my money's worth with, in terms of use, it's gonna be my 3DS that I've had since 2014. But I modded the thing, and so I wanted to make sure that, you know, I was playing a bunch of games and stuff like that. Recently, I've been playing a game called, Box Boy. I don't know why I said that like anyone's gonna recognize that. It's a little, I think it was an eShop title. I don't know if it ever got a physical release. Little HAL Laboratories puzzle game. About, block manipulation, if you'll believe it or not. Really, really fun. 3DS is such a precious console. It is my favorite of all time by far. Box Boy on 3DS, let's go. I love the trilogy. It's a trilogy? Okay, I knew there were 2 games, and I was really excited to get to the second one. I didn't know there were 3. That's awesome. I'm halfway through the second to last world right now, I want to say. I just got introduced to a surprise last-minute mechanic, which has me kind of scared and also really excited for what the sequels might have in store. I'm really, really enjoying it. I need more bite-sized puzzle games like that. Stuff like that is what I really, really love having on a portable console, because I bring my 3DS with me to work. And so, you know, I have like 20-minute breaks and stuff like that, and, you know, I need something to do, and I don't like spending that whole break just sort of sitting on my phone, just scrolling through like Blue Sky or something like that. So I want something more substantive that I can play in very short bursts. And Box Boy has been really good. Pushmo has been another one that's really good. Yeah, I've been liking Pushmo. I need to find proper ways to download the Layton games, because I'd like to play all the Layton games for the beginning. Box Boy Box Girls on Switch 2, technically Box Boy 4. Ooh, a rich trilogy, or a rich franchise to sink into in that case. I just love the 3DS, man. I miss when portable consoles or systems were properly portable. I like the Switch in terms of functionality, but it's a very obtuse device. It's very difficult to bring with you if you don't have a bag or something like that. And everything about the DS, the 3DS especially, its little like clamshell design and stuff like that means that you can just close it up and you can toss it in a pocket or in a bag or something like that, and it's going to be perfectly safe the whole way through. And I love that. I love that. Another thing, like, I love how personal the 3DS was as a system. I really love that there were so many different versions of the 3DS released in terms of, like, special editions and colorways and stuff like that. It made it feel like, you know, everyone, or a lot of people I knew had a 3DS growing up, but I don't know that anyone had the same 3DS growing up. I really like that. I like that. I like that level of personability when it comes to electronics and stuff like that. I really enjoy that. That's why I'm so into, like, customizing controllers and stuff like and stuff, because it's fun to personalize your tech, or to have this thing that you bring with you that feels like an extension of how you're expressing yourself in some way. I really I love stuff like that with technology. Genuinely cannot hold my Switch 2 in my hands because my hands are too small to reach all the buttons while holding it comfortably. Oh, that sucks. 3DS felt like such a greatly customizable person. Yeah, I love mine. I have a special edition Blue Monster Hunter Generations one that I had to find replacement plates for, which were extremely difficult to find. because this version of the 3DS was never made outside of the US. So I could find replacement plates for it, but they were all of the red version rather than the blue version. So it took me a while, but I eventually did find them. They're not, it doesn't look exactly like the original used to. The original flaked off because unfortunately the decal foil or whatever they used for special edition 3DSs was really, really bad. The metallic foil on top of it peels off very easily, and that's what happened to mine one day. It just bubbled up and disintegrated. But I was able to find one. I love this thing. Shows picture your 3DS on a Discord if you get the chance. I think I've posted pictures of it before, but I'll be sure to do so again. Anyway, we've filibustered for 20 minutes. I think we should get right into it. Continue. Trial Part 3. All right. Let's get to it. I gotta look deep within me and summon all of these voices from the id. Oh, we're already in the courtroom? Shit. Okay, hold on, wait. Oh, wrong spot. No, hotkeys. Hotkeys, now is not the time to not work, man. 1 second. That's not supposed to be working. Or, that's not supposed to be happening, rather. I'm running it in Administrator specifically so that doesn't happen. Oh, no. Okay, no, we're fine. There we go. All right. Where were we? All right. Let's get to it. Alright, I still bring my 3DS to some events, use it to film an entire song at a concert, and the video audio quality is just peak. I went to an art museum recently with a friend who came to visit. And instead of taking pictures on my phone, I took all of my pictures with my 3DS. Because it has the 3D camera, and I'd never used it before. And so I was genuinely really, really surprised that like some of the pictures I took of like sculptures and stuff like that actually were three-dimensional, and you could see the depth and shape. It was a really, really cool way to engage with the museum. It was really, really fun. I had a great time that day. It was an awesome day. 3DS is awesome, man. Fucking love that system. Anyway. Well, I understand you are a judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress in my courtroom?
Ha! A judicial assistant! And a woman, no less!
Awesome! We're starting off so strong!
The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify. Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense. Ha! You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded.
Oh, the slam. 5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more. Who are you?
But, Your Excellency! I am most grateful.
Okay, it's getting a little crowded at the defense bench, okay? With this, the 3DS is not meant to handle so many 3D models in one place. Who are you exactly? I'm sorry, there's no time. Please, simply accept this for now. What is it? A report about something written in English? It's Giselle Barreto's research. The Englishwoman's? After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical facility, in the medical faculty, and borrowed this paper. Oh, yes, that's right. Miss Barreto was studying under the professor, wasn't she? So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case? I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself. Oh, no, of course not. special characteristics of Curer and its effect on human subjects. Interesting.
Curer? What's that?
Never heard that word before. The original artist for the 3DS version of this game was so hard. The characters have way too much detail, which is half the reason why the game's ported so well to modern platforms. Interesting.
Time's up. The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom. There was too little time for me to read it in detail. I've summarized what I could in this note just inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it.
It's wonderful. Thank you. Giselle's report has been entered into the court record. Let's just check that out real quick. Where are you? There you are. A report detailing an unknown poison that Miss Buretto has been researching during her time at Yume University. A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. The hunters of the region had used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Effects: instant paralysis of the body and subsequent death, even in minute doses. Route of entry: the above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. Not ingested. Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it is believed that the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest caused as a result of the full body paralysis must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation. Interesting. So it has to enter through a wound. Instant paralysis of the entire body. Okay, like, I'm wondering, obviously the angle we're thinking of going with is, oh, the poison was ingested, but we're gonna have to go for, like, we're gonna have to contend with the fact that it's a poison that works when entering the bloodstream, not when ingested, right? Because I'm pretty sure that does actually massively vary the effect it would have on the body. Did she, like, put some on the fucking... Like, did she put some on the cow? And then, I don't know, the burn would stare... I don't know. I think that may be a possibility. Anyway, goodbye then, and good luck. You have had long enough, Counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. I ask the prosecution and the defense now, one last time. For real this time. Not like the other 3 times we said it was the final cross-examination. We mean it. For real. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but...
The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency.
Ryunosuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance. For real this time. Not like those other 3 times. Those were fake. It's real this time. Yes, I know. Your Excellency! The defense does have new evidence! That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Were you? Well, Miss Buretto?
Yes, Your Excellency.
If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer?
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not so very long until tea time. I'll have to politely decline.
Forgive me, Miss Buretto. It seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question. However, Shikashi. I must ask you to treat that as an order.
I said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense.
My apologies, dear lady. Uryu. Her design is awesome. I'm still betting on the breakdown animation being the fucking swan on the hat flying off. I still want to believe that it's possible. So, Council. Giselle doesn't realize you never outright say no in Japanese. Yeah. We love imprecise politeness. Yay! We love social customs getting in the way of proper communication. Yay! Anyway. Take that!
Miss Giselle Boretto, we understand that you were studying under Dr. Wilson at Yume University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence, perhaps, into a deadly poison.
What? Poison? Where are you going with this, Council?
Toxin known as curare. I'm assuming it's curare, and not curer.
Curare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death. Instant, you say?
Objection! Objection! What complete and utter nonsense! Curare, you say? I've never even heard of it!
You wouldn't have. You wouldn't have done. What? 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 What's that? You wouldn't. I've never even heard of it. You wouldn't have done. What? What? Huh?
What do you mean?
I mean that you wouldn't have heard of curare before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country. Doesn't exist. Correct, which means no matter what test the police can do for toxins, they'd never identify curare. Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison.
What?
Oh, rabble, order! In the order of the court! Really cool, this game uses Victorian English like that in a few places. The Japanese version appropriately uses outdated Meiji Japanese. Very fun, yeah. Council, does this deadly poison truly exist? Uryu! According to this report authored by the visiting research student from England, curare has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists.
To lace their arrows?
The report states that it's produced from an extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle, and it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. Claims that animals shot by arrows laced with curare suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Boretto? Oh, whoa!
Objection! Trumpery! These aspersions are utter trumpery! To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and the other diners would surely have noticed.
Brother, do you know what instant means? That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector? That's... Obviously, I would have noticed the disturbance like that. I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain. Don't... Listen. Naruhodo, I swear to God, if you turn and look at me with that dumb fucking look on your face again, I swear to God. Oh, thank God. Okay. According to this, however, it's the other way around.
What do you mean, the other way around?
The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that curare was used. Explain yourself, Counsel. The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, Sumari, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all. How terrible. Obviously, if a man lost all his strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects would go largely unnoticed. But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death. Is this real, or is he rage-baiting the medical student? He might be, it's possible. The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail. Respiration? In other words, Sumari, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move.
That's hideous.
Oh. To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison. The headband flapping in the wind. And you're suggesting that this bottle, Counsel, actually contains this terrifying poison?
Objection! This is all very convenient, isn't it? A hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing. What a happy tale for the defense! If I may... All these facts! You think you're so clever! It is you who must be taught. Of course, my lady!
Sorry, dear lady. You know what I was going for.
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it? What? You steal another's honest hard work and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. Such a loathsome act.
Fucking the eyes twitching, trying not to make eye contact. Well, Miss Barretto, the feeling is mutual.
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime. That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Objection! Enough of this! I, for one, refuse to accept it! The idea that some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules!
What's so funny? Oh.
Oh, excuse me. Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Barretto?
May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please?
Oh, she's gonna chug that shit. Well, yes, I don't see, why not? Oh, this works too, I suppose. A perfect pour.
Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys.
Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. Sorry?
To an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics, it's laughable, really.
Whoa, whoa.
But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Cheers!
Wait! What are you doing?
No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Damn, bro, you got the whole courtroom laughing.
Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned.
Say hydrate. So true. Hydration check. Hold on. If I had secretly made a coffee drinking Sprite, that would have been the perfect time to deploy it. Apologies for not doing so. So, no curare. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying?
You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind.
Grrr, fucking, oh, I'm so fucking mad.
Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Sporetto.
I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Yes, dear lady. We are most gratified with all the assistance you have given. Oh no, it's fucking, it's so over. It's so fucking Naruho'd over. This doesn't make sense. There had to have been poison in that bottle. So how did she swallow that whole glass and live to tell the tale? I don't understand it.
Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London.
There had to have been poison in that bottle. Doesn't there? There can't have been, because otherwise she would have keeled over dead. Read your reports, dude. Read your reports. Come on, Ryunosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water contains poison. The culprit did put curare poison into Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position. You're serious?
Objection! Fool! Are you blind? There is no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw...
Miss Sporetto drinking the water from it?
That's right, which rather complicates your argument, I think.
And I believe that complication can be explained.
How exactly?
Oh. Need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here. One by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence we have in the court records somewhere. Has to be. Okay, well... Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim... Well, hold on. Then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this supposedly poisoned water unscathed? Well, I mean... It's the report, right? Right? Route of entry. The above-mentioned effect occurs when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. Take that!
Yes!
Fucking Slim. The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Burette's own research report.
Objection! That's not a valid explanation.
No?
After all, we don't speak English. That report is utter gibberish. This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency.
I'm not trying to ridicule anyone. Honest. I'm just reading Sasato-san's notes. I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety for the court. What the fuck? A shame. I wish I could read. You will direct us to the pertinent section, Counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to the riddle? Special characteristics. We've been hearing a lot about this curare poison. And it's left me curious about something. Oh, Counsel? Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting. So we've been led to believe, yes. Or was it on the glass rim, and with it getting on his lips, it could have reached the tongue, and then the hole left by the removed tooth? Oh, that's actually fucking awesome if that's it. Holy shit, that'd be crazy if that's it. That's awesome, Flora. I really hope that's it. I really hope that's it. And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat.
Get to the point, please.
But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? Yes, good point. So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison. Good gracious, Counsel! No, that would be madness! But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Through a wound, you say? I see. That makes sense. Yes, the mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When curare enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever.
What?
Miss Buretto, you authored this research. You knew curare's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself. Raid time, I'm ready for it.
You meddling little...
Oh! I knew it! I knew it! I knew! I knew it was real! I knew it was alive! I knew! I told you the swan was real! I knew! I called it! The swan piece! The swan piece is real! Let's go. Awesome. Well, Ryunosuke, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be. Sorry, I was doing the Sakutaro voice. Real live swan reaction. Really? Me? A lawyer?
Objection! Oh, this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I fail to see how it could possibly...
Oh, shut up. Howdy, Ephemery. Ephemery? These sprites are awesome, thank you.
So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play...
Oh, shit! Raid's here! How's it going, folks? How we doing? Welcome, one and all, to the Great Ace Attorney. We're pretty close to the end of the first case here. Hope you're all doing well. How was stream today? Joining and hearing Jelly with the puppy? Yeah, racism jump scare? Racism jump scare? You're on my favorite case in the game? Oh, interesting. Your favorite case, you say? Fun, lots of reading. Just in time for High Guard. We were actually planning on playing some High Guard if I need to filibust for time towards the end of stream. Are you liking case 1? I felt it was a bit long. I also agree. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing that it's a bit longer, but it definitely is. Give me 1 second. I have to step away for just one moment, please. Very inopportune. I apologize, but hold that thought. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. Had to go help with something. Hi! Very inopportune time for that, unfortunately. Welcome, welcome, one and all raiders. Hope you're all doing well. Sorry. I haven't been able to catch any of the near streams because I'm planning on playing it myself. So I hope they've been going well. I've been told that I'm going to really like Kaine whenever I do play. I bet you go crazy for Nier. I loved Automata. I started playing Replicant a little bit ago last week, but I've been very, very, very busy with this model in particular. How's it looking, folks? Do you like it? It took me about, say, 2 weeks to make, I want to say, to get all this together. If you'd like to see me putting it all together, most of it was done on stream. You have to click a button to represent your emotions. As a matter of fact, I do. I have, how many different poses do you have in total? So we have normal, reading, which has this little, hold on, let me stop talking so you can see it. Has that little animation where the eyes flit across the paper. We have a thinking one, which you saw the blink animation that I really love here. I'm a big, big fan of how that one came out. I think this is one of my favorite ones. Even if I don't love how the shoulder looks. We have a slam that goes into a more indignant pose. I need to edit the not talking one, though. This has a little finger waggle, but it plays very infrequently. There we go. Yeah, I need to play that one. We have a cocky pose that I think is very, very fun. I would let this creature defend me in court for my crimes. Okay, well, usually the defense attorney in Ace Attorney games is defending someone who didn't commit a crime. The wag needs to be a little slower. Maybe. I definitely need to adjust the timing. I love this one. And of course, objection! Gotta play the hits, naturally, right? It's a necessity. Gotta have a good point. Can you make the finger wag disconcertingly smooth? No, it's like part of the whole thing. And then of course, whenever we're caught off guard, like whenever a raid arrives, we have some shock and distress in this case. Get the eyes spinning a little bit. That you can see they spin faster whenever I'm talking. These are probably my favorite two in the entire suite. I really love that whenever I blink, I like shudder a little bit. You see that? I think these are probably my favorite because, granted, these are the last two ones that I made, right? These were the ones I made whenever I was like super confident with the animating style, and where are your 50 streamer tags? I've never put a single tag on any of my streams. I don't think. I probably should. That might help with visibility and channel growth, but let's not worry about that right now. But I really love the shock animation in particular. I love this one. The desk shake is really nice. Can you do an extra sprite where it's a forward-facing head in the 2/3 view? If I do something like that, I'll be sure not to tell you and then just use it during one stream. I'll make it a really smooth animation. I'll try my best. For now, though, right, we're reading. Let me get back into it. I have to really embody the idea of, I don't know, racist and French fry.
So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
What are you trying to say?
Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish? Flaw?
As even your brain has managed to deduce, curare is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus.
Succus? Succus? Succubus? Fuck. I didn't know you had this. I didn't know you had a fucking Gomen Oomph-chan pose in... Oh, yes, well, of course. Gastric suckers? What are they?
So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he? That's right.
Good gracious!
That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy would be able to understand, no?
He's just so kawaii, Jelly. He's baby girl. You don't understand. Order! Order in the court! Order! The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they would be affected in the same way. Are you trying to suggest...
Yes, this curare poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial.
How many times is he going to say that?
That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that.
Oh no, we're in a flashback now. What is this welling up inside me? Oh, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. He's gonna say, come on, you gotta say it. Let's go. Come on. You can do it, Ryunosuke. You can do it. Never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. More than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey. Alright, we don't have to get all fucking Alpha Wolf logic.
Objection!
Oh. Objection! Oh! Oh man, having her hold the glasses or the mask really far out that's an amazing pose. That's an amazing pose. Bravo. I don't think so, Miss Giselle Boretto.
How dare you use that tone with me?
You know very well that there's no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. Uryu. As we now know that this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the curare? Command your English woman voice? Thank you. I'd take a bow if I made animations for that. So instead, I'll just sort of lean forward. Thank you. Does this still take place in California? No, this is 19th century Japan. Sorry. Right now, at least. Anyway, why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed? Obviously, it's because... Listen, I'm betting it all on Flora here. I'm betting it all on Flora. I'm betting it all on Flora. Let's go. Take that!
Take that!
He said it! He said it! Let's go! Let's go! Thank you, Ocelot First Shot, for the tier 1 sub. Amazing name. As Miss Boretto so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, Shikashi, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners. A fatal difference. The toxic effects of curare are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So, for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water?
Inside?
Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Ah! Miss Boret, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's appointment that day. So that's it. You used that knowledge to orchestrate this. Is she laughing?
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are all so puerile.
What do you mean?
Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it.
No!
I mean, it could just slip.
Uh-oh!
Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed.
No! You have to admit, she has aura. She has an entire swan on her head. And the Supreme Court, what a terrible blunder! What a terrible blunder! Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from that broken bottle as possible, at once!
You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it.
How could you? You won't get away with this!
You can thump the bench and shout as much as you'd like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now will we? If there really was poison in the bottle, or not.
You...
And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution? Oh, of course, of course! You're referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady? That's right, and really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So, of course, the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
Objection! Objection! Oh, go for the slam. No, you killed the victim that day, using curare. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime. I'm amazed they didn't fucking flash back to the Gomen pose. You waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Love your Aoji voice, it's so good, what the fuck? I summoned it from the ether the first time I saw him. In my mind's eye, I pictured what Winston Payne's fucking shrilly objection sounded like, and imitated it to the best of my ability. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor in his chair around. You see? So you had every opportunity to commit this crime.
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man.
Oh.
A hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence. Exactly! And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
It's unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her. Now, is she really gonna get away with it? She destroyed the evidence. Destroyed that evidence was obscene. Ryunosuke. Yes? We've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it. What? What do you mean? We've lost a vital piece of evidence. It's true. If there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head. In my head? You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend upon. Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail of the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell, every shade of tepid blue. That's right. You have synesthesia, Ryunosuke. This was also written by... I forget who the guy who wrote Fate was, but welcome to the final case of 428 Shibuya Scrandal. What I saw, I felt. Every color. I remember the blood. There was blood on the stake. There's blood on the stake. I'm innocent. It's right there. I'm pointing directly to it. In my mind's eye. All right. I'm normal. Alright, so I had to get one last wheeze out. I apologize. That one snuck up on me. Since you probably wouldn't know, because English is, English, and since a big part of the game advertisement involved it, Phoenix Wright's Japanese last name is Naruhodo. I see. Or, in other words, Naruhodo. Kazuma right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of this scene in my head. Would there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? Nah, I bet it's nothing. I bet it's nothing. There's a clue. And Miles' last name is Sumari? The Umineko brothers. Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue. You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Come on, then. Let's wipe that smug smile off the Englishwoman's face with some evidence. Oh shit! He didn't do a wet slap slam! Alright, I can't wait. My favorite Ace Attorney character, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, also known as Dragon Boy I Understand in English. It's been I don't like that word. I know it's not a slur, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't like it. It's been, I think, nagging me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all this. It's here somewhere. The clue that Am I? I'm so... What could the clue be? I just don't know. What could it be? I'm looking over all the evidence and I thought I had something to crack this case, but maybe I'm wrong? Oh God. Sorry, let me just talk to the audience real quick. Can you tell me where the clue is in this piece of evidence? It's there! It's right there! It's here somewhere. The clue that shows who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been is... Is it the fork? What do you guys think? Is it the fork? The glass looks awfully... Oh, you're right. It must be the glass. The glass that she poisoned, right? That's the suspicious part. Or wait, maybe it's the steak that had a bite taken out of it. Do you think it's the steak that had a bite taken out of it? Jelly the blood? Oh, is it the blood stain next to the steak? The blood stain? Can you spell blood stain? BLOODSTAIN. Bloodstain! Yay! Take that! Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this. Yes? What is it? Bits like this are why I said the rest of the case would definitely take you over an hour, by the way. You know me so well. Oh, he's still miles away. I'll be thinking about that bottle being smashed. As you've said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Dangerously flirty-looking pose, that? What, this little number? Me? Flirty? No way. Like, for instance, a plate of steak that you took to the victim's table that day?
Objection! Objection! Wait a minute! Where are you going with...
Get his ass, get his ass! Where are you going with this, little boy? It's just a memory that's been troubling me.
What memory?
I saw the scene shown in this photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on was a spattering of blood. I'm sorry, let me just make sure I read that correctly. I saw the scene shown in this photographic print with my own eyes that... Okay, gotcha. Alright, just making sure. It was a spattering of blood.
What?
Your Honor, I remembered there being blood there!
Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor.
No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything there. It's in color now. I did this with my mind. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way the blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him.
Ah!
Yes. For blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor, as you were. Giselle Barrett!
I beg your pardon?
Objection!
Objection! This is beyond ridiculous! Fabricated nonsense! Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing?
Real shit? Real shit? For once, Ouchie is speaking facts? Like...
Hold it!
Hold it! Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit, that was him! This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to. Inspector, you mean... Yes, I took the plate, in the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it.
You did what?
I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Barretto. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. I even took the Koban coin. And I did it all in the name of justice. Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a bloodstain on Miss Barretto's plate. We must examine it, now! I take it all back, he's so cool. He's so fucking cool! I love male Fia. He's awesome, even if he's a little insane. Inspector, the court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Yes, sir! Isn't Fia also a little bit insane? I mean, yes, but like, in a cute way, you know? It like cute and pop a little. Sorry for the delay. Here is what you ordered. The steak. Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it?
Of course there isn't!
Quickly, Inspector. The blood, man! Show the court! Who do you? Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure. Oh. No. No blood. The steak was... Well done. No blood anywhere. But no! That's impossible! No, I saw it. I'm sure of it. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate.
What an unbecoming expression, little boy. You see, this is why I always say that you can't trust what the Japanese tell you. Tisk tisk, I couldn't agree more. Your Honor, I'm all for racism when it wins me a case. In the case of this disgrace to the Empire.
Yes, Automod, I will allow the message, race traitor ouchie. I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion in this trial. For real this time. It's definitely the end. For sure. Would you?
Let's hope so. Let's pretend attempted court proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over.
It's it's fucking Naruho'd over again. It's Naruho'd over for real. We're done for.
Ha! This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest.
Plate of steak has been entered into the court record. Well, if you say so. Sorry, give me 1 second. The plate I saw, or thought I saw, just a figment of my imagination? Let me check my mind palace again. 1 second. What do you mean? What do you mean? Huh? What in the world is this? I think it's a Kaban coin. And the hallmark is from the Hoei era, I believe. No, I don't mean what is it? I mean, what's it doing here? You really raised the stakes? Hold on. No, that was during Of the Devil. We're not allowed to raise in this one. We're not using gambling metaphors. This is a courtroom, please. We serve food here, sir. Wait, did you say it was a Hoei Koban? Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. This isn't the first time there's been talk of a Hoei Koban. I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of a bullion of bullion in bouillon. All right, that's yeah, that's that's a +2. That's a +2 on that one. All right. Take your +2 and fucking exit stage right when you die next case, Kazuma. I don't think you ever will again. I'm sorry, hold on 1 second. Jelly should guest star on a Great Ace Attorney stream to force Joe to voice act at this level. I aim to please. I'm also gonna, of course, force him to make his own VTuber with 10 different sprite states. Once again, the localizers are not doing double duty, but 7 times the job expected. Errol told me today that in order to indicate when a character is speaking Japanese versus speaking English, they change the honorifics that are used. So whenever a character is speaking Japanese, they will use san, kun, chan, and whenever they're speaking in English, they will say Mr., Mrs., that sort of thing. I think that's awesome. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. So smart I got it right away. I don't think I would have ever noticed that if Errol hadn't pointed it out to me. Alright. Is the plate I saw, or thought I saw, just a figment of my imagination? This is it now. I've lost. It's Naruho'd over. Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. Not until the final gavel.
Huh?
Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what. Fucking smash cut immediately to fully face down. Believe in myself. Really? Our big titty lawyer is here to hype us up. Should I make Hex-chan co-counsel? Should I get even more ambitious with my sprites and add fucking Hex-chan co-counsel? If I get a guest star, should I have them over on the other side of the prosecutor's bench? It's so Naruhodo over to we're so Bakazuma. All right, yeah. +2 on that one. That's pretty good. I like that. Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself. As the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection, Uryu? That bloodstain was going to clinch the trial for me. Does this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all? There's another clue. Nah, I bet it's nothing. We're done for. We're fucked. Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth. You won't believe.
Objection! The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak. Or steak, as I call it as a Persona 4 enjoyer. Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial.
I am sorry, Miss Borato, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled.
I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, is it?
Thank you, Your Excellency. Oh, final gavel, we're fucked. Counsel for the defense. You will now clearly show the court what you are alluding. What precisely on this plate of beefsteak is this new, or where precisely on this plate of beefsteak is the new clue to be found? Your Honor, there's a Hoei Koban hidden under this beefsteak. Yeah, but Basquiat. Your Honor, if you just check the steak on it, you'll just, yeah, right there. Yep, just give it a quick lift. Huh? What? Okay, yeah, no, I already saw that. Yeah, no, I looked at it. I'm a diligent boy. I look at evidence now. I won't get fucked over twice by that. I get new evidence, I look at it. You told me to look at it, so I looked at it. Before you even looked at it, actually. I'm really obedient and good. Please reward me instead of making me read the same conversation twice. It's not fair. I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of a bullion in a bullion. The joke's so nice, we say it twice. That's why it's a +2. This means... There it is. Certainly never expected to find a precious coin underneath this thick cut of meat. Meaning if it were a cutlet, it would be more expected? It's from the Hoei era, too. Oh, did I examine it instead of presenting it? That would make it really quite valuable. It's well marinated in the juices as well. Look. What, are you thinking of eating it? No, but the next time I order a steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. My heart's gonna be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize. I think you might have the wrong end of the stick about this, Ryunosuke. Koban coin underneath this steak. There's only one logical explanation. Take that! Good gracious! That's... Koban? What on earth? A Hoei era one, that. Miss Barretto, this is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it? Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat? What a ridiculous question! How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what it is, but I want no part of it.
Objection! Objection!
Oh,
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat? And that could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef in a moment of distraction.
Objection!
Oh fuck, we're all objecting. Fuck yeah, my turn too. Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen? A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. This turns out to be irrelevant to the case. I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now. He's right. Can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency! Yes, Counsel. A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now! You're not... Sorry, hold... Let me just check the case files real quick. We don't have our... Okay, well... We're not a lawyer just yet, is the thing. I'm a student.
Objection! By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant. Even though I'm the one on trial here? The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under that steak. The owner? Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. The owner of this Koban that was found underneath the beefsteak is... Who do you think it is? Can you tell me who... It belongs to fucking Korekata Kyoryo.
Take that!
Take that! Obviously, it can only be the antiques dealer and the owner of Rasute, Kyoryo Korekota-san. Kyoryo... Isn't Mr. Cucumber something? Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable. Ah, yes. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I just got that pun name. It helps when I read it like that, you know? I remember him saying that he was up to something with his Koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired. My eyes!
The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing?
Hunting for treasure. Indeed, the Hoei Koban, my prized coin!
That's right, I have an old man voice that some of you might not have heard before. It's pretty good. I don't mean to brag. Then, this Hoei Koban, do you mean to tell me?
Objection! Objection! No, no, no! Please, why would Korekata-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate? It makes no sense!
Yes!
Yes, it does make no sense! Which is why I'm asking to bring Korekata-san back to the witness stand, so we can ask him! Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay. Both of them? Are we gonna have 4 fucking people on the witness stand right now? Can't believe it's come back around to that pair again. But I have a hunch. A strong hunch. We chase down the real significance of this Koban. We'll find that it's a key element in the case. She swapped the stakes! Okay. This... Did we bring in a longer fucking bench? What's happening here? What's this all about? Why have I been called up again? Don't you realize that it's dinner time for little baby Ido? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves!
Exploited by the police, we were like miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness. And when cast from this courtroom, myself, I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless, withered antique. And nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence.
Be that as it may, Korekita-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasute memory serves,
Wah! That's it! The very exact one, that is! That resplendent, splendiferous OA treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day!
Oh shit, the knife!
It can't be!
As I thought. Give me 1 second. Never mind. We're fine.
Young man, enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped?
Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between a beefsteak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat's juices.
Sandwiched? Soaking? Seriously?
Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident, which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose.
Somebody concealed my OA treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate. Oh, would do such a thing! Such an unconscionable thing!
Oh, excuse me. Did I say something? Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga. It was me, Barry. I hid that Koban coin under the beefsteak. I mentioned this earlier on the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Water break! Water break! Water! I need water, Sandy! Right, time to abuse my voice more.
Ah, yes, that's right. The undercover operation.
Le Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes indeed. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it? Yes, I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely this Koban incident is the work of the same thief. So, unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Korekita-san's Koban is all too clear.
What? What?
I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on the matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korekita-san's Koban and hid it under the steak? Where's the baby? Where's the baby? Where's the baby? The baby did it! The baby did it! Okay, well, I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, you know, there's two options we got here, okay? We've got a yes or no sir, because just like, you know, fucking elimination round, he's the only one left who doesn't really have any significant relevance to the case, right? Or it was you because they call you a crime scene thief. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It would be really funny if it was him. It would be really funny. You know what? You know what? It would be funny. Please be true.
Take that!
Take that! Yes, seems like a likely candidate for a Koban thief. No, come on, Ryunosuke. Huh? You shocked me, You shocked me! Oh no! Not as much as you shocked me. No one could have approached the table unnoticed. Even if you're a crazy fool, you couldn't have missed that. I'm not sure you should be calling Korekata-san a crazy fool, Kazuma. It's you I was calling the crazy fool. Maybe I'm on the wrong track here. No! I don't believe I can have heard you correctly, Counsel. Let me hear your opinion on this matter again. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korekata-san's Koban and hid it under the stake? This guy.
Take that!
Oh, the music stopped. Obviously, it can only be you! Sergeant Yesanosa! Even the the baby's in on it! The baby's in on it! He knows! What? How? How dare you! You monster! Monster! Die, monster! You don't belong in this world! I stole that Koban, did I? I'm the master thief of the Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me! It was Ido! Ido was the mastermind behind all this! The baby did it! Oh. You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa! Oh! Ah! Oh, fuck! What is happening? What is that? It's a ratatouille? Oh! Oh. No. Nippon Imperial Army. Sergeant Yesanosa, preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. He turned into fucking Waluigi. Do any of you know the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe? I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. And I have heard it's hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living. Yes, would you? All I want is to put a hot meal on a table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant. Place is heaving with money. Every 3 days, I'd go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And I'd enjoy chopping my way through a good steak at the same time. Sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable. Yeah, especially when you fucking look at the steak here and you can see there's just a straight up bite mark taken out of it. Gotta head out for the night. Have fun with the rest of the stream, Jelly and everyone. Have a good one, Arrow. Thanks for stopping by. It shouldn't be too much longer, right? We've almost been live for 2 hours. And your target that day was the old man and his Koban. Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
A veritable phantom thief you are.
Persona! Wait, sorry. Don't know what came over me.
A veritable phantom thief you are.
I was all set up to leave the steak I was halfway through devouring when it happened. Bang! Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I know too. Jelly should voice a Persona Pal in Persona Pal in P6. Hey, listen, I'm available. I'm available. All right. I've never done voice work before. However, I think it would be fun. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could on the double. I slipped it under the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. Jelly, I apologize, but could you say, I need pictures of Spider-Man in the soldier voice? You're welcome. Sorry, let me be a little more lethal. Say thank you. He's a menace. That little brat has been stealing since the day he was born.
This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time.
Well, Miss Buretto.
Oh, of course, dear lady, of course! How rude of us! I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency.
Indeed. What kind of... The theft of the Koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder.
Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me.
Nonsense, is it?
As for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
Very well. Now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. I feel like this case would not seem as long as it does if we weren't saying the case is over every 7 minutes. Miss Buretto, you are free to leave.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day.
Don't look at me, man. Don't look at me. Sorry, hold on. We're both looking at you. Awful late to be watching a Twitch stream in your time zone, isn't it? Shouldn't you be getting to bed? Where were we? Inosuke, what's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming. Sorry, I have an Excel spreadsheet that I need to rearrange, unfortunately. I love this pose so much. He's the dumbest man alive. It's awesome. Oh, no, it's just... something about Miss Buretto's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. That's the case, don't just stand there thinking. Make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later, but if you don't call it out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Hold it!
Yeah, I'm thinking... People keep saying I'm back. I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm thinking... Sorry, this is a completely incomprehensible bit. I apologize. I shouldn't have done that to you. That's for a friend group that doesn't even watch my stream. That's nothing. That's completely incomprehensible. Wait, Miss Barretto. What is it now? I'm afraid, just one last time, something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection! Objection! What new student nonsense is this?
Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke?
Hiding a coin beneath a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up the steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. I'm going to need to see evidence, Counsel. If Miss Burette's words truly are contradictory, where is the evidence to prove it? Ahem. Take that!
Take that!
The photographic print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred. What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table. The steak that Miss Burette had been eating Buretto had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes. Go on. More accurately, Your Excellency, the steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed.
Now you're just splitting hairs.
Not true. Doesn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural?
Unnatural? What on earth do you mean?
It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. See, you've noticed it too, Miss Buretto. Noticed what exactly, Counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Buretto claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork.
Of course she did! She's a refined English gentlewoman herself!
And take a good look at the steak. In particular, the edge where it's been eaten. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks here.
Ah!
Oh! Whoa!
Ah!
Looks like Miss Buretto has realized something. So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
Objection! Objection! But what is your actual point? Perhaps the delightful Miss Buretto was ravenously...
Oh.
Oh, whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course, of course. This will all be over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. Just please. I've heard enough. You irritating little spectacled samurai relic. Of course, dear lady.
What's the matter, Miss Buretto? We ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the steak have for her. Ryunosuke, do you know where you're going with this? Yes. Now at last. It's all come together. Mysterious teeth marks on a steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. Ace Attorney and beating around the bush are a match made in heaven. It's less beating around the bush and more so fucking making a hedge maze with a blunt object. Wordplay is fun, isn't it? I accept that these these teeth marks in the stake are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency.
Everything?
Yes, I believe these barbaric teeth marks in the stake here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
Conclusive evidence. How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase, typical Japanese empty threats.
How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago.
Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet.
Hasn't been... what?
But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean the evidence does not exist.
Objection! Objection! This is absurd! The trial has run several hours already!
It really He means in real time. This trial is 6 hours long now. 6 real human hours, an entire quarter of a human day in real life. We've been on the last cross-examination for 3 of those hours. Anyway, where were we?
And you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can't be! I don't believe you have it!
Objection! I don't, but there's someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. For real this time. Which Ace Attorney games have you played? I have played through the first one, Justice for All, Apollo Justice, Dual Destinies, and Edgeworth Investigations. I watched Joe play Trials and Tribulations, and I have not yet played Trials and Tribulation. Or no, I watched Joe play just Trials and Tribulations. I have not yet played Spirit of Justice. That's the one. Who possesses the conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair?
Take that!
Take that! The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it? Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous. No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this stake with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. Spirit of Justice, the best of the Apollo Justice trilogy? That's heavy praise. Interesting. I'm very excited to play it now because Apollo Justice is my favorite Ace Attorney game. I love Apollo Justice. It's my favorite by a wide margin. Not to say that the others are, like, that far behind it. I just fucking love Apollo Justice. It's my least favorite. Damn. Chat, can we kill this guy? I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak. And as well as admitting to stealing Korekata-san's coin, He told us that he slipped it under the steak.
You watch it, cadet! I'm a superior officer!
Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? There was a stake that you put the coin under. In fact, your own... Or was the stake you put the coin under, in fact, your own stake?
Attention! Affirmative, of course! I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still... I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it.
I almost had a fucking catastrophic Freudian slip on this line. Holy shit. Fucking DC 15 dexterity save levels of linguistic confidence. Holy shit. Wow, that was close. In other words, Sumari, the steak that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was, in fact, Sergeant Nosa's meal. It's okay, Merrick isn't here. Someone make a clip and add him?
But that makes no sense. That plate was taken from the victim's table.
Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor does she have any opportunity to steal the coin.
Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Well then, how do you explain this paradox?
Exactly! Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two steaks over? You did switch the plates?
Well, after it happened, the
bang.
When I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my stake and hid the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced that he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table.
What? You can't have... I never saw you do such a thing.
It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done.
Unbelievable!
However, fear not, Prosecutor-san.
What now?
The detective standing there going, thankfully I took his plate too. Actually, if we'll check the court record... Fuck, it doesn't go that far back. He said in the very beginning that he took both steaks.
I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform. That is all I did, sir.
All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant!
Yes! Yes! It is! So, if Sergeant Nosa switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Boretto's steak, and the plate it was on, back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hosonaga! Yes? Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Boretto's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. That to preserve evidence, you had taken both.
Ah!
Oh no. That's correct. Then please present it to the court now. Oh, the plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
Shut up!
Oh,
What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat. It can't have the slightest bearing on this case.
objection! I actually timed it right! Let's go! No, you're not wiggling your way out of it this time, lady.
I beg your pardon?
Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why the steak pen promises to prove such a problem for you, no?
You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me.
The reason the defense asked to see that plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing.
Thinks he remembers.
I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Barreto. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Mr. Wilson. I'm sorry, that was so many prepositions in a row. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind... Damn. Sorry, let me just give myself a quick pat on the back for getting that in one fucking go. Jesus. My linguistic ability astounds. It shocks the senses. Does it not? There was a clear spattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Barreto. Let us not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. And finally, for real this time, for realsies, I promise, I wish upon a star and swear it before the court witches and the Senate of the Golden Witch. It's really the last time we're going to prolong the trial. Present the beefsteak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. This time, for sure. Yes, sir! Sorry for keeping you. Here is the other steak and its plate. Please, feel free to examine it. Bloodstain. There it is! There it is! No way! You guys were right! It's clearly visible. Look!
Yes!
Yes! Now that makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. No legs? I'm wanting to keep accurate to the Ace Attorney style, you know? Phoenix's sprite doesn't have legs, I don't need him. How did the inspector not notice? Cut him some slack, alright? He's coughing up blood. In other words, Sumari, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim.
It can't be!
In fact, there's only one person present who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right. Miss Giselle Barreto. It's you! Come on. That swan is gonna fly off. That swan is gonna fly off! Oh no, it's dead. Oh my god, her goose is cooked.
Outdone by a Japanese... by a Japanese schoolboy. No, no, no.
Oh! The fucking chick's flying off. She's getting away! Get her! Take the shot! Oh. Talk about one crazy chick, am I right? Man, I'm good.
Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me.
Well, Miss Barreto, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time. The golden truth.
Gladly, Your Excellency. It was I who took the professor's life, using curare. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
Fun fact, in the Sherlock Holmes books, Dr. Watson was wounded by a rifle shot by a Giselle rifle during his service in Afghanistan. Yep, so that's why her name is Giselle Buretto. She's just admitting it? Usually they do, at the end of a case, you know? So you plan to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because curare is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes, of course. I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, and it would all be over. I would place the steak that I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That would be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else?
One final fucking gomen. If it so pleases the court. Gomen Umfi.
Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan at the spur of the moment.
Plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man.
I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of curare in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. Under your skirt?
So I was right. There were two guns.
Yes.
And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Placed where you were sure that I would notice it.
And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun, as I'd intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up...
Bang. That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point, he was already dead.
Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared.
Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. Took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside.
That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around.
Because, of course, you needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he'd picked up the gun.
So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor.
Thinking about it, but her plan would have totally failed if Rio didn't pick up the gun. True. Very true. If he's already dead, why shoot it all? To frame Ryunosuke. Specifically. Because he picks up the gun, shot fires, he's holding the gun, everyone thinks he shot. You know? Not even to frame him, but to hide the cause of death? Everyone's silent. Why not just shoot him in an alley or something? Because because she was trying to get away with it. What? Huh? What do you... never mind.
Your Excellency.
Yes?
I wonder... Might I speak with you in private later?
No, I mean, instead of poisoning him, I repeat my flawless explanation. To get away with it? Like, if Ryunosuke hadn't shown up, she would have killed him with an unknown, untraceable poison and left.
I shall call on you.
Thank you. Good day, then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san.
All right, I'm holding for a moment. Holding. All right. Let me just say real quick. Quick note to all character designers. I'm talking to you. Character designers of the world. Listen to me, an authority on this subject. If you have a character and part of her whole deal is that she's faceless, such as a one Giselle Budetto, don't fucking show her face, you cowards! Stick to your gimmick and the design that already works! Thank you.
It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement.
This can't be. Taketsuchi Ouchi does not lose! Not to the likes of this rookie student!
You'd better start getting used to tough opposition.
Ryunosuke Naruhodo?
What? Yes?
This insult to the Ouchi family name will never be forgotten!
You've become conceited with age, Counsel. But the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that.
That's a weapon.
A 1,000 millennia may pass, and still, the Ouchi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan.
Bro just fucking cursed his bloodline for generations. What the fuck? That's crazy. That's crazy. Bro's a witch. Get him. Get his ass.
This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan. Well, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world.
Can I just say, by the way, I'd just like to take a moment. And say, I was hoping something like that would happen. The entire time I saw his little samurai top knot, I was wondering if they would do something similar to what they did with Winston Payne in Trials and Tribulations and take his fucking hair away from him.
After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits. What will it look like? I cannot begin to imagine. Uryu. This is for the young to pursue. Uryu. Kazuma Asugi.
Is your character faceless / hiding behind a popcorn bag, or is the bag the face? Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can. Absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency.
What's that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Never mind.
As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Oh, yes!
Well, you, I sense, how can I put it? Unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards.
Thank you, Your Excellency! Oh, fucking staring right at us.
It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, not guilty.
Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Woohoo! Sorry, I don't have a confetti hotkey. I apologize. I'll try and make one for the next case.
This court is now adjourned. What are you? Sakura Court! Confetti Court!
Fucking Saturday, fucking 2nd November, let me... Sorry, I'm just typing up an essay real quick. Leave it. I can't believe what happened. Oh, hold on a minute. Made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial.
Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma.
No. It was a pleasure to watch you work. So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street. Don't forget.
Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off. Is that... Oh, her. Okay, I had a feeling. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence.
Ah, our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know.
Oh no, I didn't do anything. Oh, thank you so much! If we hadn't... Oh, I just suddenly got very scared that I pressed one of my hotkeys. Thank you, Simularis, for the tier 1 sub. Greatly appreciated. 2 out of 2 on guessing who the character is off screen. Nice. I'm just that good, man. I'm just that good. If we hadn't had that research report on Miss Barretto's, I don't know how things would have turned out. Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate. Your father? Yes, of course. My eyes! Ah! Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba. I think it's Susato Mikotoba. I think. Yeah. Susato Mikotoba. Judicial Assistant to the Defense. Speaking of Mikotoba...
Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job.
Thank you, Professor.
Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend.
Good friend? Oh, yes, you mentioned that before. Thank you for the streams. Gotta head to class right now, but I look forward to Case 2 streams. I'm very excited for you to see plot unfold there. Thank you very much. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy them. Although we will be taking a break after Case 1 to play... I have Sonic 06 planned, but but I think I want to do something different with Sonic 06, so we might push that until later. So I don't know what exactly we'll be doing next, but we'll have a week to figure it out. It was you who actually invited, or sorry, it was you actually invited Dr. Wilson to the university? Yeah, we said that one?
Yes, that's right.
Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson?
Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital.
Oh, you worked together? Never heard you mention that before.
Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asuki. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world. Science, medicine, engineering, culture, and, of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. My boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot.
Sorry, I didn't have any. That one just took control of me. I didn't have any control over that. That was a purely reflexive reaction from my body. I had no control. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. The Japanese man's katana is his soul. Its blade shows me where I need to go. It cuts down anything that's in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. Which reminds me, what happened to that woman? To Giselle Barreto, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder.
Ah, yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but...
What do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit, after all.
She will be leaving Japan in the very near future. Or Shanghai.
What? Shanghai?
Giselle Barreto will not appear in court again in this country. Certain of that.
What? But why not?
It's a matter of consular jurisdiction.
No, hold on. Give me a moment. Is that the judge? Sorry, I want to see if I can get 4 for 4. I'm locking in.
It's a matter of consular jurisdiction.
Fuck! I forgot he existed! Shit! I fucked up! Oh man. Deli, please make this guy say Uryu? You want me to make Hosonaga say Uryu? Inspector Hosonaga! It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate... But what's all this about consular jurisdiction? We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her? But then, who? Who's gonna bring her to justice? The British consular court will hear her case. Somewhere far away, where our voices can't be heard. Why a consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we've signed the friendship treaty.
Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right.
And so long as this is not a serious incident of highly political nature to our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. Well, Miss Barreto can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan.
Afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her.
Gotta go to bed? Hope Hope I too can find the ancient historical artifact under my pillow, which has been swiped by a thieving baby. Can you spell swiped? Have a good one, Cactus. Thanks for sticking around. We're going to be taking a break here pretty soon. I hope. I don't believe it. British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Barreto. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. Hey. It's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil, this new era heralded by the state of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink. Professor. You're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. Don't do that to me! Don't do that to me! We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. In that case, might I suggest Le Carnival? As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. You're a detective, Hosonaga-san. Aren't you? Let's not worry about the details for now. To Le Carnival! Will you accompany us, Professor? Of course. Le Carnival's food is second to none.
I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release.
Oh, yes. Thank you. We did it! So Giselle Barreto won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. Never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Kazuma. Yes, Ryunosuke? I just wanted to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today. I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? The defense was all your own work. Your skills made the difference, though. Your skills made the difference, though. One day, I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. I'm not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer. Not me. Dare I say it, a great ace attorney of sorts. What? Come on, be serious. I helped you today. It was only right at the very start of the trial. You have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean. Oh no, not me! All that tense verbal combat? I never want to go through that ever again! I did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point? No, this is the point. Sorry. It's just off screen, but trust me, this is the point. Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? No. The ability to believe. It's magic. Yeah? Believe? To believe what? A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it. I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe. Stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you'd really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in, even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believing in your client. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stopped believing in me. Well,
You face seemingly hopeless situations time and time again, but you never stopped looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it, through your own efforts, because you never stopped believing in me.
Thanks, Kazuma. A defense lawyer has to have one thing, the ability to believe, and also a special ability, such as being able to tell the truth, to break psych locks, or perhaps being able to address a second person in the room. What about logic, Kazuma? Don't be stupid. Those sorts of things don't fly in a Japanese courtroom. Don't forget channeling ghosts. Yeah, or like maybe you have like a wristband that like clenches whenever someone's telling a lie. Or maybe you like invent new tech to become an empath and like tell what emotions people are really feeling even if they're trying to suppress them. Or maybe you play mind chess or something. I don't know. Some gimmick. There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. Oh, that was him, right? Sounds serious. What is... Ah! Why? I don't know why I just forgot who Hosonaga was for a second. What is this fucking, like, am I Ido? Like, what is my object permanence with this fucking character? As soon as he stops existing, I'm like, who the fuck is Hosonaga? What? Ho? What? Ah, you're still here, are you? Oh, Inspector Hosonaga. I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. During Umineko, there was always this ever-looming specter of a critical event where Niet and Nihi had the potential to fuse into a single greater form. I, for one, think we are blessed that our neurons did not discover it. Until this day! Until this day in history! Where the scales of justice finally tilted. A tale of Niet and Nihi, eternally retold. I think that's bad. There's a new virus right now called the Nipah virus, and I'm not even joking. Let's pick up this conversation later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget.
Oh.
Ah, yes, that too. I need to start reading Higurashi again, man. I miss Rena like a dear friend. Genuinely, honest to God, I fucking miss that girl. I love her so much. Top 1 character of all time. So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma. Professor Mikotoba. Sato-san, who acted as my assistant. Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still. Is he gonna be sticking around? Are we gonna have fucking male Fia throughout this entire game? That would be peak? That would be awesome? Hold on. The perfect excuse for me to draw Fia whenever Joe is playing Great Ace Attorney? How much longer are you going for, Joe? You're getting close to where I'm at and I'm getting nervous. We are going to take a break here, and then if anyone can tell me how long the escapade is, we'll probably be reading that as well. Is this preemptive chanting? Is it preemptive chanting if the chan already exists? Much to consider. It's because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. More importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. Alright. Here's what I'll say. I'm really, really excited to see where this game goes. I'm extremely stoked to see where this game goes for one reason. in particular right now. One of my favorite parts about Apollo Justice, in fact, what makes it my favorite Ace Attorney game, is that every single case has some unresolved aspect to it that culminates in the finale of the game. There are a bunch of disparate pieces that tie every single one of the cases together, and it's all pulled together in a crescendo at the very end in the final case. That is what makes it my favorite Ace Attorney game. It makes every single case interconnected with one another in a really, really fun way that recontextualizes the entire game. And what I was told about Great Ace Attorney is that it does something similar. That it makes all of these cases interconnect with one another. I have a feeling we will probably be seeing Giselle again. Possibly unmasked. At a later time. A lot of people don't like the first case in this game for some reason. I think it's pretty good. It has some pacing issues, which wouldn't be so present if it didn't always call attention to them. There are way too many moments in case 1 where it says, this is the final cross-examination. This is your last chance, last chance, last chance, last chance, last chance. Like, over and over again, like it's fucking Ace Combat instead of Ace Attorney, and you got a missile on your tail. Last chance, last chance, last chance, pull up, right? And if you didn't keep fucking saying that, it wouldn't be that bad. All right? I wouldn't be noticing how long the case is going if you didn't keep telling me the case was almost over. It's like the kid in the back of the car going, are we there yet? Like, no. And you saying that is just going to make it longer. You need to not perceive time. That's how you experience less of it. Right? But I really like this. And to me, what I'm seeing here is, obviously we're spinning a lot of plates at once. We're introducing a lot of characters. We have a large main cast. We're getting into a lot of character archetypes that are introduced a little later in previous Ace Attorney games as well. Like, you don't meet Maya until Case 2. So we're juggling a lot of plates right now. There's a lot going on, right? So this case is primarily setup. And it is set up both in terms of the cast and, I assume, in terms of the overarching story and the overarching mystery which will be taking place between cases. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. People consider Great Ace Attorney to be the spiritual successor to Apollo Justice, and more, I assume you meant in line with what Shu Takumi hoped for with Apollo Justice games before he stopped doing them after Apollo Justice. I was going to say, it always struck me as odd that Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice are considered part of the Apollo Justice trilogy, because they're very, very different games to me. I never really felt like they Dual Destinies and Apollo Justice belonged together. It felt to me like Apollo Justice was its standalone game, followed by the duology of Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice. But you can't even say the 3D era, because Apollo Justice itself wasn't 3D, which is probably a big reason why I don't associate the two in my mind. Apollo Justice was the last 2D 2D pixel art sprite work Ace Attorney game, and then Dual Destinies made the leap to 3D. Dual Destinies is not an Apollo game IMO. Spirit of Justice is, though. I see. I'm really excited to play Spirit of Justice. For now, though, we've been live for a bit. We are going to save here. There we go. Curious and curiouser. We're going to back out there. All right. Break time! A little late for it, but we're going to take a break. We're going to do Chandle and Scrandle, so rev up those Scranbets. And when we come back, it will be time for the Escapade. which are short little optional scenes that Errol has told me I should read in between each case because a lot of people don't even know that these exist. Tea parties, if you will. 3DS downloadables. Ooh, fun. So, go get some water, stretch, get a snack, all that jazz. I'll see you in 5. Back in a tick. Hello. I'm back. The sleeper has awakened. Time for our daily doles and such. We have a little bit of fan art today as well, which I'm really excited to check out. And also, because I missed it earlier, thank you, Dalmec, for the Tier 1 resub. 17 months, almost 1.5 years. Thank you very much, Dalmec. Appreciate you, man. Alright, first up. Chandel. My exclusive dole. Since no one else is brave enough to play it, and no one else knows Chans well enough to even attempt it. We gotta start with the Cyto Gambit, naturally. Alright, oh, whoops. Okay, my bad. Alright. It's not Cyto. It's not Merrick. It's not Persona 3. It is earlier than 2024, and it's more than 9 images. I'm going for Fia. Is it Fia? Not Fia. Okay. More than 9, less than 30. Earlier than 2023, even. Is it Fido? No, it was what a blunder. What a blunder. What a blunder. I already knew it wasn't Merrick. More than 9, less than 27. So a Chan that's been drawn a lot, but not a ton. Mike Chan, I don't think she would have a lot of entries in Jan art when this was made. And also that's Merrick, so it can't be Bike Chan. Give me a second. Is it Wheel Chan? No. Sorry, I don't know the creators at all. You gotta have some pretty esoteric Chan knowledge to be able to get this. More than 13, so this is a pretty popular Chan. Made, I assume, in 2022. Less than 27. Okay, well, let's try... Hold on. I know this was yesterday, but... Okay, it was worth a shot. Something from Zero Escape? Is Bikoi in here? Yes! Yes! Excellent suggestion, Cowley. Thank you very much. Awesome. Awesome. Nice work. Fucking Bikoi. Nice! Bikoi had like 60 hits when you looked at the list. This is using a database from Janart before April Fools of last year. Just so you know the database we're working with. Because right now, in this, Bikoi has 22. In the current database, let's see how much he has. An about section now. Bikoi currently has 60 hits, 60 tags, with an adorable and French fry from Jacob. I love this chibi style. And the halftones for the texturing, oh, that's so good. All right, that's today's Chandel. On to the main event, folks. Can we choose it? Yes, we Scrandle, baby, let's get it. Let's do this. Lock in. All right. Chicken shawarma for $7.80, or Camden Hells. Price for 1 pint, $1. That's a really shitty shawarma. And $1 for a pint is pretty good. But I know the pint buff is fake because there was infinite pint in one of them for free. And fuck it, $1 a pint. Astonishingly close. Okay, listen. Level with me here, all right? It's not, the one on the left is fucking undercooked, right? This is not, this pastry is not properly baked at all. I would, let's be real here. It is Scottish though. That's a debuff. I'm fine. Both look 5 out of 10. I think if you want something in gravy, you want this amount of gravy. How is Scottish a debuff? You're bad at Scrandle. Stop trying to lead me astray. It's gravy pie. Fuck. All right, yeah, I deserve that. For $6.50, this is kind of crazy. Left looks amazing, but then I saw how dry these jalapenos are. Also, I gotta say, I don't like that I can see the bottom of this container. I don't like that I can see the bottom of this container. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm being scammed in some way. I paid £11 for this. The wrap looks great, and it's way cheaper, and it comes with chips. Wrap on the right. 92! Nice. Listen, man. Listen. Those hot dogs look fucking awesome. And that's not a pint. That's not just a pint. That's a liter of beer. I'm going hot dogs on this one, man. This looks weird. This looks weird and I don't like it. Right. Nice. Easy money. Buffalo chicken tenders and fries, or it's okay. It's not the cheeseburger. However, I think it is funny that this is actually a cropped text message. 9.40 is crazy. Okay, hold on. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. It's not left. All right, let's start there. It's not left. I did think that the right was like this like a gross ham amalgamate, but it's pastrami, so right. Easy money. Fuck. No, that's some okay looking fried chicken versus a really good looking breakfast burger. What? 80 what? What are you talking about? What do you mean? 81? That was like a 70%. All right, it's gonna be the corporate Scottish pie. 58. That looked really good. Okay, now hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. I know pickle on a stick isn't going to win. Okay? Let me start there. Pickle on a stick is not going to win. However, over under 20%. What do we think? What do we think? Over under 20%. $0.85 pickle on a stick. Over under 20%. I'm saying this is gonna get like a 23. I'm saying 23. Pie and mash wins it. What? What are you talking about? 36! 36 for pickle on a stick! What do you mean? Why was that pie rated so low? That pie looked awesome! Fuck it. Fuck it. We're going vibes on this one. Chicken kebab. Six out of 10. Six out of 10. Fuck, that's a brutal scram. It's a brutal fucking scram. These are insane. This is clearly underbaked. This is clearly underbaked. This is not a fully baked pie. This shit is raw. The dry... How is... What's wrong with this pie? What's wrong with this pie on the right? Why is this a 24% pie? What is not to love here? I don't get it. This one just upsets me. Like, 3 pounds for a breakfast burger that looks like this. Okay, well, I guess 76 isn't a bad rating. I'm more so just surprised that the Tendies got an 80. But I mean, it's chicken tenders and fries. Fuck, I want a breakfast sandwich now. What's wrong with this? Genuine question. I'm like, all pretense thrown aside. What's wrong with this pie? Because this looks really good to me. What's wrong with it? Is there something like what is it? Like, I assume this is like a gravy or a sauce of some kind. This looks like a really good pie. It looks well baked. There's a lot of mashed potatoes. Is like this sauce like disgusting or something? Is this like fucking mint chutney baby vomit? What is wrong with this? Why does everyone seem to hate this every time it pops up? It looks relatively appetizing. No, okay, well, the more I look at it, the less appetizing it looks. Because it does have a viscous kind of quality to it. It's giving ooze, it's giving sludge, it's giving slime. No, I don't think I like this anymore. No, okay. On further examination, I do not think I want the slime. Well, if I pitch it as a slime girl pie, does that make it go... Is that, like, over or under 24%, do you think? What do you think, Scrandle Pundits? If we call it slime girl pie. Looking at the numbers here, it seems that we've lost 40 viewers. Pickle on a stick with the over 20. That's crazy. This one's upsetting. Can you explain to me why Americans sell individual pickles in bags in brine like they're Shinji getting into the robot? Okay, well, the problem is, until this year, I wasn't really a pickle guy, so I can't really break down the logistics of the American pickle market for you. But I think the appeal is that they've got, like, unique brines to them that you wouldn't want to buy in bulk and that maybe you'd want to just try one of. Or something along those lines. I don't know. Like, usually the only stuff that you buy, like, with pickles in bulk is, like, dill. You know? Anyway, that's today's Scrandle, a pitiful performance. On to today's fan art. First up, courtesy of C8, we have maybe sex warning? Maybe sex warning, a little bit. Gamer Trapezoid Chan. A chanification of my sound booth setup. C8 sent this with the message. Hold on. Randomly struck by inspiration, here's Gamer Trapezoid Chan. I don't know who among you knows what my sound booth setup looks like. But this is, I won't say true to life, but it does incorporate a lot of elements that I think are very fun and surprising. Of course, we have the cardboard outer layer and the acoustic foam lining. That's really cool. This pose goes crazy, by the way. That shit's insane. C8, I will say it until I'm fucking blue in the face, which is crazy because I'm already yellow in the face. You're a genius. I love this shit. This goes hard. What is crazy to me is the choker. This is based on, I originally used a rope to hold it up, to give it a little extra leverage. I had some twine makes it sound flimsy, but I guess it was considering what happened. I had some rope to keep it so it had a little bit of support in the center, right? Now I realized it can just support itself whenever it's deployed and sort of against the wall. But I didn't realize that until, for lack of a better term, the choker snapped in the middle of the night. I say for lack of a better term, that was calculated. I've been thinking about saying this before stream even started. Anyway, it snapped and fell, and then I realized, oh, I don't want to have to put that back up again. Will it work without it? And it did. This goes hard. I love it. Thank you, C8. And also, courtesy of Madison Bake, we have Thea popping out one of her glasses lenses. Yeah, gave us the line, "Oh sorry, then I'm just," and then she's popping one out. Since yesterday on stream, I had a call to action for artist drawing Thea saying she's missing her left glasses lens. Every time I've drawn her, she's missing her left glasses lens. She doesn't have it. It's not there. There's a reason I color one white and I don't color the other one in. It's because she's missing it. You'll notice popping out the right glasses lens. Still wrong. I'm so fucking mad. I'm so fucking... It's the wrong lens. It's the wrong lens still. That's the right lens. It's the left one. I like to think that she wears contacts and the glasses are just for her uniform. For the record. There's some feel lore for you. She wears contacts. Hope this helps. Thank you, Maddie, and thank you, C8, for the fan art today. Let's get on to that expedition, shall we? Or whatever it's called? I think expedition? Not expedition. Something along those lines, an X something. What was it called? Escapade! That's the word I was looking for. Alright, hopefully this isn't too long. Does anyone know how long this is? An hour, hopefully? No longer than an hour? I should probably be like 20 minutes? Perfect, okay. So what you mean to say is that it'll take us an hour in stream time. What? What the fuck is happening?
Just look at my precious treasure now. In myself, I have scrubbed and scrubbed, but the repellent odor of meat will never be repelled from its splendid surface again.
But you have it back in your possession, at least. You should be grateful, old man.
How dare you?
Excuse me, but I'd just like to get at that Zabuton cushion there if I could.
Rest assured, you miserable military malefactor, this is not over. Incarceration awaits for those who would defraud a senior citizen for his priceless treasures.
Watch your tongue, old man! Mark my words, I won't...
Sorry, Sergeant, but could I just get at that Zabuton cushion there as well?
Oh. I won't go to jail! Never! Imagine if I did. The very next day, my boy would starve without the chain of command in place to provide for him.
Using a child to protect yourself? Myself, I call that absolute cowardice.
Oh, really? And who just employed the old poor defenseless senior citizen tactic, The only way to fight an enemy who's using underhanded tactics is with a tit-for-tat strategy!
Sorry to interrupt again, but, I just need to get at that Western-style cushion there on the sofa.
Enough of this insubordination! What do you want, man?
Oh, please, don't mind me.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is this the wide-eyed criminal from the trial before?
Wide-eyed, perhaps, but criminal, no.
What is this unhealthy fascination you exhibit with the seating arrangements of others, Why were you peering under the cushion of this upholstered seat?
Oh, well, the thing is... Any luck? Any luck? Did you find it? Nailed it. Got it. 4 for 5 ain't bad. No, sadly not. I don't think it's here, Kazuma. You really are a liability, Ryunosuke.
Report! At once! Have you lost something? Is that it?
Yes. We were just on our way to a party to celebrate my friend's victory here when... I realized that my university pin badge was missing. Oh no!
A university pin badge, you say?
Yes, from my collar here, you see?
Affirmative! Uniforms must be kept in prime condition at all times! A missing badge is unacceptable!
I thought if I looked around, it would probably turn up somewhere. Like the old tale of the Koban coin and the stake.
A parable of which I am acutely aware.
But I've exhausted my search now, really. The only logical conclusion is that someone must have stolen it.
Don't look at me! I don't just find any old metal objects irresistible, you know. Imagine what would happen if the old Trooper Rhino here swallowed something like that.
I'm afraid we'll have to give up, Ryunosuke. Still, if you tell the office your student number, they should be able to issue you with a new one. What's the matter? Don't tell me. Yes, I don't remember my student number. I don't believe it! I mean, this is the second time you've lost your badge, isn't it? Third, actually. If you didn't think you could remember it, you should have made a note of it somewhere. I told you that until I was blue in the face the last time this happened! Yes, I do seem to remember someone telling me something along those lines. It was you, was it? Can't even remember who told you that you needed to remember it? Well, student numbers are 6 digits, Kazuma. Who could remember 6 whole digits? Brother, I had a lunch code that was 6 digits. I still know that shit. I got it in kindergarten. Sorry, no, wait. First grade? I think first grade. Yume isn't exactly a long-established university, you know. All of our numbers are still rather low. In fact, they only use the last 3 digits. Well, that might help, I suppose. That might help? Ryunosuke, it's only 3 digits you needed to remember. Just 3! Sorry, my brain is such a disappointment.
Yes, well, Anyway, young man, myself, I was greatly impressed with you in the courtroom today.
Oh, you mean me?
A lawyer already, before you've even graduated. And such a loyal friend to this one.
One? What's that supposed to mean? Oh no, I still have much to learn. In fact, that was brought home to me in no uncertain terms only last year. My Achilles heel was spectacularly exposed by my best friend here.
Indeed.
What, by me? It's the first I've heard about it. Yes, by Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Can't have forgotten, surely. It was last summer, at the speech contest. Speech contest? Oh, that. Contestants had to take to the stage and deliver a public address on any subject they chose. We were competing to give the most compelling and powerful speech. And yours was great. Made a huge impression on the audience. Obviously, since I was a budding student of law, I was determined to win. And sure enough, one by one, my opposition fell. When I reached the final at last, I came up against you. Yes, so you did. Not being rude, but when I first laid eyes on you, I thought to myself, this cheeky, wide-eyed no-hoper is out of his depth. He's going to be a pushover. That's your version of not being rude, is it? Well, I paid for my complacency, because it brought on that humiliating defeat.
Defeat? How were your ranks compromised?
My speech was going very well. I had the audience in the palm of my hand. They hung on my every word. And then, when I came to the very last line...
Yes, what happened at the very last line?
Well, the 100th line, as it were. It was supposed to be a climactic end. Fortunately, I completely fouled it up.
Never!
You mean you stumbled on your words?
Spectacularly. Even now. Can't believe I ruined it.
Well, what on earth did you say, man?
Ryunosuke, you better say it. I still can't get my tongue around it. Sure, of course. I can still recall it perfectly. What you said at the end of your speech, or rather, what you intended to say at the end of your speech, was this. So arise, ladies and gentlemen, and applaud our forefathers' plight and the flight of our filial piety.
And what went wrong?
What indeed? And myself, I see no problem with the pronunciation of these paltry words.
Did I get that wrong? Hold on, wait. So rise, ladies and gentlemen, and applaud our forefathers' plight and the fight for flight, gotcha. Fight for filial piety. I see. In that case, old man, I invite you to say it yourself.
Very well, then. I shall. Ahem. So arise, ladies and gentlemen, and applaud our forefathers' plight and the flight for filial pile. It's impossible!
The fucking same stumble that I got. Shit! I got soul read by DLC on a 3DS game. An arise, ladies and gentlemen part. Arise, ladies and gentlemen part I delivered perfectly. But the next part had me floundering for a whole 5 minutes. By the end of it, I was on my knees in front of the podium, blabbering mess. And that's when the audience started to heckle you. Alright. There we go. Arise, arise, they were shouting. Arise, you tarnished. Ye of little faith. Hell on earth. But then, of course, this man went and delivered his word-perfect speech. Perfect ending. Really hope you You have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a good one, BT. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. How did it go again? Let me see. So, my dear fellows, the message is simple. Treat your father and mother with respect. Something like that? I mean, talk about stating the obvious. But the fact is, I lost to that speech.
Tongue-tied is the only way to describe it.
Well, it is quite tricky to say, I agree. That final fight for filial piety, especially. Ever since that day, I've had this question whirling around in my head. Why did our forefathers choose such an awkward phrase? To mock their children? I mean, it should never have been called filial piety in the first place. Ah! At least you're going to Great Britain soon. Might not come up much there. Well, anyway. Having lost that accursed contest, I came after you to ask a question. How is it that you never trip up on your words? I inquired. And you just gave me a broad smile and said, speaking fast is my hobby. I mean, really, what kind of a hobby is that? Do you think you could take your hand off of your sword? Besides, it's just a way to pass the time. After that, you started talking to me 10 to the dozen. You were possessed, almost. Honestly, you can't imagine the shock I suffered that day. You really can't. You're right, I really can't.
Speaking fast is just the sort of hobby I expect a civilian like you to waste his time on.
Well, you have to practice, of course, but there's some simple things to start with. Like this famous one, for example. Swift samurai sword swipes silently sideways.
Yes. Even a decrepit tongue and an ailing frame such as mine can find its way around that one.
I've no doubt. It's just a bit of fun, really. Can't imagine anybody would struggle to say it. Isn't that right, Kazuma? Swift samurai Ah! Blabbering mess by word 2.
It's not just the samurai. Every good soldier needs to be able to handle a sword. That's why I've been busy teaching Ido the finer points of swordplay. None of this wordplay nonsense, Private.
Come to think of it, not long after that, we started to attend lectures together, didn't we? And we got into that debate about family values at the Sukiyaki place on campus. You remember? Yes, your argument was full of jokes and puns and wordplay as usual. I remember it well. Oh, was it? In any case, I swore that I would never let myself forget the shock you gave me back then. And as a symbol of how seriously I took that oath, I decided to wear this, my red Hachimaki headband. That's how he got the name Han Solo! Sorry, Kazuma. Yes? You've lost me there, I'm afraid. I don't see the link. What does your red headband have to do with your oath? Because it always reminded me of that smug look on your face as you uttered those tantalizing words. What words? You mean another tongue twister? Practiced and practiced until my tongue bled. But in the end, I mastered it. Mastered what? Well, I think it's time you heard this, actually. Listen carefully now. Here goes. Red headband, dead headband. There! Word perfect, see? Actually been meaning to ask you about that. About the story behind your headband. I mean... Well, now you know. So that I'll never forget the shock and humiliation of that day. That's why I wear this red headband every single day without fail. Well, I don't know exactly how much of a shock you think you had back then, but it can't be more than the shock you've just given me now. What do you mean? Well, I'm sorry to have to tell you, but the tongue twister I said didn't go the way you seem to have remembered it. Huh? It's just as famous as Swift Samurai Sword, so I can't believe you didn't know it, actually. It goes red bread pan, lead bread pan, dead bread man. Wait, what? Bed red pa- It seems I've knocked some wind out of that headband of yours.
Not too late, Private. You'd always start wearing red bread pan on your head instead.
Your youthful vigor is manifest, young man. Cheeks are glowing redder than your hachimaki.
Ah! Why do so many words have to be so similar?
So, looking forward to Great Britain then? Where you'll have to deliver speeches in court in English? I suppose I can always shell. Sorry. Him getting it wrong made me fuck up. I was gonna say it normally. I suppose I can always shell seashells on the seashore. Why is that harder to fuck up than it is to say normally? Sell seashells on the seashore. All right. Woo! That is all for me today. I would take a bow if I had a sprite to do so. Nice, okay. So those are real little bite-sized extra scenes. Nice. Cool. Gotta remember to play those after each one. What is the tailor? Will this show me... Okay, let's not worry. Iris's homemade suit. Oh shit? He's British now? Whoever Iris is? I think I know who Iris is. Susato Mikotoba. She has her own one too? What in the fresh hell are you wearing? What is this VTuber ass suit? What? Outfits are only available for use in the Great Ace Attorney 2. Interesting. Oh fuck, he has the sword. Oops. I probably shouldn't have looked at that. Hold on, well I know he has the sword from, like, the box art, but... I guess he gets it in the second game. Oops. Oops. Anyway. That is all for today. And all for the Great Ace Attorney for now. So, thank you very much for watching. We are going to be streaming the Great Ace Attorney case by case. So I'm going to do a case, different game. Case, different game. Case, different game. Which means that next up, we'll be playing something different before we get to the Great Ace Attorney Case 2. I planned for Sonic 06. I don't know if that is going to continue to be the plan, but I'll have some update throughout the week. Reminder, because I forgot to say it, and it's going to be very relevant, because we're coming up on the end of January already, and Saturday will be the last stream in January. The short game redeem for 50k Trash Corn is going to be doubling in price at the start of February. We've gotten a lot of them. So I'm increasing the price to reflect the frequency of redeems and the time that needs to be spent on them. I am possibly going to include a micro game redeem, which is just one stream or within 2 hours or so or something along those lines for 50k. But the short game redeem is going to be doubling in price to 100k on February 1st. So, if you have 50k channel points and you are looking, there's a game that you want me to play, now is the time to redeem it before it doubles in price. All right? If you have something in mind, now's the time to go for it. All right. That's all. Is there anyone live that we can raid? I believe Allison should still be live? No? Allison is live. We'll go for the Allison raid. We don't get to raid Allison very often. So, Allison. Lurf is live, but I don't know how long they're going to be live for, because we're planning on hanging out after stream. So, hopefully I've typed this in right. Alessandra. I believe Allison is currently playing Unbeatable, which is a rhythm game with some rough edges, but generally positive reception from people who like it. I think it's really her jam, no pun intended. So, hopefully it's a good time. Hopefully it's fun to watch. But that's going to be all from me today. Thank you very much. I hope you all enjoyed the first case of the Great Ace Attorney. I know I did. I'm really excited to stream more, and I'm really excited to get to use my new sprites more. So, I don't know when, or rather, I know when I'm going to see you next. I don't know what we're going to be playing next. But until next time, folks, have a good one. See ya!